Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Straight Talk, No BS. I'm Jay. This is Tanya next to me. Y'all, we waiting on Cynthia. You know she on that CP time. You know how color folks do. Bring your slow ass on into this room, girl. Hurry up. But in the meantime, y'all, it's Virgo season, y'all. It's Virgo season. I told y'all gonna hear my mouth every day of the month. Why? So get ready. Because it's Virgo season. When Libras come, next month, when it's your month.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Because I gotta know how many more days of this shit I got to hear.
You gonna be all right.
No,
you gonna be all right.
My month is about to start.
What does that mean? I'm gonna leak on over into your month too.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no
yes,
room.
Ma'am.
The scales of justice
coming.
will prevail.
Y'all, are y'all Virgos out there? Show out. Show out, all right?
You only got a few more days.
Shut up.
What's up?
Look at you.
Hey, Mr. Harvey.
What's going on, lady?
Thank you for helping our, technical challenged friend over there. Everybody needs a good IT in their back pocket.
Not as slow as the stop sign.
Welcome to the show, Nay. Welcome to
everybody. I'm sorry.
I was just enlightening everybody about Virgo season, baby. We in the building. We up in this joint tonight. Virgo, stand up, baby. Stand up, Virgo. Stand up. Give my own self a round of applause.
Can you get the biggest fire hydrant hose and just spray it on the ass?
Y'all thought I was lying when I said you're going to hear my mouth every day of this month.
I can't wait.
I ain't done showing out. Just wait. You're gonna be seeing us. You're gonna be like, I'm sick of this hoe over here. Because I'm showing out
every single day of this month.
You know why? Because next year I'll be the big 5-0. So I'm showing out this year.
That's what you're supposed to show out.
No, I'm gonna show out before. 5-0. I ain't gonna wait till I'm 5-0 and stiff.
You can be
5-0.
She'll be 5-0.
Oh, she thinks she did something. Now she thinks she did something. 5-0. 5-0. I can't remember what it was. Somebody said, and Tanya didn't know what they was talking about. What was it? It was.
Oh,
what was it?
Know.
What was it?
I was something, but I was completely lost. Like she was the whole.
It was funny. It was.
And funny. It was just a talking, and I was sitting there like, are they talking about drugs? Wait a minute.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You will not get to do that.
Lost, girl.
What was it?
I'll think about it. It didn't come to me during the show.
Girl, I had never felt so.
Say it. Not black.
Not black. It's been a while since I had felt not black in a while.
It was funny.
Is that the correct way to say it?
It was funny. Anyway, our friend was having a whole conversation. She said a word. And Tanya sat there and thought about what she said. What did she mean? Because the word could mean two things, right?
It's the whole conversation.
She couldn't even catch on to it. She was stuck on that one word. It was funny. It was a black slang term, whatever. Baby. What did she mean by that? But anyway, y'all, we've been out since last week. Y'all know it's football season, so y'all know we changing the date up on y'all again. I am sorry.
Football.
But you know when it comes to football, y'all, come on, what can you say? You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys playing and everything, and they got a good ass defense. Man, that last game they showed out, baby.
Come on, Cowboy Nation. Come on, Cynthia. Look now. Now you watch football, girl.
See, I do not watch football. I watch my ass go to sleep.
I don't understand that. Because, see, you ain't submissive and none of that. You know, you should be equally yoked with your man. You know what I'm saying? You should watch sports, throw on that Cowboy jersey on Sundays and go on and watch the Cowboys, girl.
And I went to work on Monday like I watched the whole damn game. And did y'all see that scope? Nope, I didn't. I was asleep.
You probably, when they do a touchdown, you probably be talking about he didn't shot a free throw. Anyway, y'all, let's get to what's on your mind real quick. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna start this thing out. I seen these two people taking their vows, okay, during the wedding, right? And the preacher, he was giving the vows. He asked the man to say whatever he had to say. Then he turned to the lady. He said, I want you to repeat after me and say these vows to your husband, right? Soon to be husband. He said, you vow to be with him, yada, yada, yada. And then he got to rich or poor. And she stuttered. She sat there and she was like, huh? Poor. 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 You said poor? He said, yes. He said, now we didn't went over this 20 times during your little counseling meeting. He said, we already talked about this. And then he said, now repeat that. She stuttered, but she went ahead and said that part. Then he got to obey. Obey your husband is what he said. And she stood there. She looked at the preacher. She said, no, we didn't discuss this during the meeting. We didn't discuss this. He said, man, we discussed this over 20 times. Come on now. We already said obey to your husband. Now, she completely skipped over that part of obey. She was like, forget that. I ain't, obey is not in these vows, not in mine. I'm not taking it. So I want to know from you ladies and our audience too, if you're up doing vows, how do y'all feel about the part? Or is there even a part that says obey your husband? Tatiana, you not too long ago got married. When you took your vows, did you say, or did the preacher say for you to obey what your husband says?
How did you feel about it?
Yeah, and how did you feel about it? Get into the comments and let me know, Tatiana. How did you feel about it if that was a part of your vows? And now for Tanya and Cynthia, I want y'all to first think about, what does obey mean to y'all when y'all hear it, if that was a part of the vows? And how do y'all feel about that being a part of the vows, to obey your husband? Okay. Nay, go ahead first. Yes, I can't wait to hear yours. Come on now.
Well, technically, speaking from a marriage perspective, if he's leading me in the right direction, I have no problem with following my husband. What do you mean by that? Nay. If he's letting the Almighty High lead him, if he's following Christ, I will follow him to the end of the earth and back. But if you ain't giving me a motherfucking thing to follow, I'll follow your ass all the way to the divorce court. That's really how I feel. But as a believer in the higher being and my Father, it does say, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, to death do us part. So therefore, even though you busting your ass and you bumping your head, but I can still see you falling on your knees, crying out, asking God to show you the correct way, then yes, I will follow you. But if you think you're going to lead me to a dry ass well because the well is dry and I'm thirsty, no, I'll leave your ass at the well looking for the water while I done found the glory. Okay?
So you're saying that you will accept that vow.
I would accept it.
To obey your husband. Now,
I would accept it.
Before I get to you, Tanya, okay. Now, have you looked up the word obey or submit? Submit. You will submit to your husband, okay?
Obey means submit.
Okay. So, Tanya, how you feel about it?
I know you guys know I've said this probably before. It's this male chauvinistic type of way of thinking. And I can't help but think, right? Okay, I'm kind of conflicted. I believe in marriage, the constitution of it, the vows when I put myself into the realm of marriage and the positivity behind it, I say there's a different type of meaning and understanding maybe with that. But in the instance that Jay just painted, that maybe that woman felt when the word obey came about, I say to myself, why as a Black culture, and I say Black because that's who I am, I'm not offending anybody else's culture because this is probably true in others, Asian, white, whatever, but I say, why as a culture, when we're screaming for people, for equality, to be treated this particular way, to be, looked at as equal, all parts, right, and freedom and all this other stuff, do we have the way of thinking that's, you must obey me, like you're my master and I'm supposed to be your slave or your whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what type of train of thought is it like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to obey you, master. What you say, go, yes, sir. That type of old crazy way of thinking. And I hear that and I'm like, no, that's not how that's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? We're equal parts. And when we stand before God, obey, I'm thinking that vow is read to both of us. It's read to the man to obey me, the woman to obey him or her, however they're supposed to go. And we both come together as one before God to join together in our decisions, not one lead the other over the top of the other.
You know, I totally don't like it, but let me get to this comment real quick. Okay, Tatiana says, definitely hell no. Excuse my language. I don't like that term, but I'll always be respectful to my husband and do right by him. Exactly. Okay. I feel like when you use the word obey, it's like you talking to a dog or something. You know, you telling the dog you will obey.
That's
you
what
know what I'm
saying.
That's the way I feel about it. But a lot of men, they think that the woman was wrong because she didn't say yes to that particular part of the vow.
Wasn't it read to the man too?
No, it wasn't read to the man too, because they saying in the Bible that it says that a woman shall submit to her husband. But see, what they forgot is the other part of it. It says, and a man should submit to the woman too. You should submit to each other. But everybody wants to jump over that point and not say that point. They just want to always scream out that the man should be the head of the household. But it's like this: if you're gonna follow these Bible vows, verses, my bad. If you're gonna follow these Bible verses, you need to follow them. Don't just pick and choose what you want to take out of it and say, I'm gonna follow this and want to quote it. Soon as somebody say, hey, I'm against following that vow to obey my husband. You need to read a little bit further where it says you, the man, should also, but not the man. And that's another thing. It's not saying, the Bible's not saying just obey the man. It said your husband, not any man. And that's what's wrong with today's society. These women, they are taking that and they just giving it to any man, not their husband. Saying, oh, I'm going to follow you to the end of the earth. I'm going to obey you. I'm going to submit. I'm going to be submissive to you. No, ma'am. Like I said.
So you're saying that it's okay to do it for your husband, but not for any
I'm saying, no, I didn't say it was okay. I said, that's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that people getting that verse mixed up. I don't agree with it. I agree with what the Bible says as far as the Bible says, submit, both of y'all submit to each other. What I'm talking about is people of the world generally just look at the man and focus on the man and say, hey, make sure that woman submit to you because the Bible said that she should submit to you. No, read further and then you'll see the real truth. And also, don't just take that one piece of the Bible and use it for your benefit, because there's also some rules in there of what a man should do, his duties as far as with his wife. Love, protect, and provide. All of y'all want these privileges from us women, but y'all ain't providing.
I'm happy.
Go ahead.
I believe in my higher power. I walk in my faith every day. So I say this with a light heart. The Bible is written, and it is written by man. But for those of us that believe, don't take it and twist it and use it for your personal gain. If you are going to be in a committed relationship, in a marriage, that man has to give you something to follow. He has to also kneel and obey Christ. If he's obeying Christ, it shouldn't be a problem with a woman being submissive or a man being submissive to his wife, because that's a two-way street. Because if you're concerned about your wife and her well-being, you're going to also submit to your wife and make sure. If couples take the time out to make sure their mate is okay and working on each other and not just self, then we wouldn't have a lot of divorce rates and blase. When you wake up and you thank God for giving you that extra breath, and you look over and you look at your spouse with the funky breath and ain't brushed their teeth in 2 days and ain't washed up under their armpits for 3 days, and you look at them and you say, Lord, hell or high water, I still thank you for this person, this man, this woman, this spouse, then your marriage will work. But all this, I'm the head and not the tail. You can keep being the tail and it ain't gonna fucking bother me either way. I'm a cussing Christian and God gonna bless me with or without you. You understand me? He's gonna continue to bless me. That don't mean that I'm above you, but I will never in life be beneath a man or any human being for that matter. I've came too far to sit up and say, oh, well, whatever my husband say, that's what we're going to do. No, motherfucker, whoever makes the best wise decision should be leading the house.
Well, that's the problem. Everybody get it twisted. They think that's what it means. That you shouldn't have a say. You shouldn't have, no words to be said or no compromise. No, it should be. It says yield to him. Yield, meaning just take a pause.
I think that everybody's lost on okay. I know I started a minute ago with my rant about chauvinistic mental and slavery and all that type of bow down talk, because you can't help think that when you hear the word obey, right?
Yep.
But when we're talking about the institution of marriage, right? We're talking about a unity. It's not as if the two of you walking into it, going down the aisle, standing before the pastor, before God, don't know that the both of you are committing to each other, right or wrong. Mm-hmm. People act like, you forgot that that's the whole reason you're going there. You're going there with the understanding that I'm yours, you're mine. You know what I'm saying? We're going to compromise and come together. And that means we
submit to each other.
Submit to each other willingly. We're coming willingly, saying, I put myself down, I lay myself openly to you, and you doing the same. So it's not as if someone has a superpower trip over the other one, because if that's what it is, now we're under contract.
I would be willing to say, and if I was marrying a man, I would be willing to say, I will honor you.
It should be that
I
way.
Would say I would honor. I'm not going to say obey. That just ain't going to happen.
So we're talking about these old world words that is in the marriage phrase or doctrine of what is it called, guys? I'm losing the words. But what is it called when they're reading the passages and stuff to you and you're taking your that's vows, right?
Yeah, vows.
Yeah. So we're going along something that was written God knows when. When was it even created, right? So that's just a terminology that was used back then. It means the same, right? Does that mean honor? What you just say? What did you just say? Honor.
I will honor you. That don't mean obey.
I will obey.
That no, I'm sorry.
Honor, I know, but in that constitution of what's being read,
honor and obey is two different things to me. I'm not.
I think something is being lost.
Obey to me is like somebody telling you what to do. You're gonna do it my way. You have no say so.
Is that what marriage meant back in the day when people were getting married with those words?
That's not. Again, Judy grew up in a household with her mother and her father. I grew up with my grandfather. My grandfather, as hell on wheel as he was, he ran his house. He paid his mortgage. He paid his bills. Goddamn it, this is L.W. Scruggs. This is
his wife. Was she? Did he expect her to be submissive to him, or there's punishment or fallout to come because she didn't obey?
No. What I mean by that is he gave her something to follow. He gave her something to respect him with. Today's society, today's men and women, they don't do that. The first time your husband, your spouse, or whoever go out and wink wrong at somebody, you in divorce court. Back then, marriages lasted. If Johnny was talking to Miss Bessie, if Miss Bessie was talking to Brother Susie, or whatever the case may be, it wasn't no run back and tell this, that, and the other, and people breaking up each other's marriages. It's just like those old songs used to say. They're going to have a block party. They're going to get together. They're going to pray for you, but their family going to stay together. Marriages are not based like that no more. And I've always said, and I said with my daughter on this screen, whenever, I promise you to, as my best friend, whenever I find the guy that marries me, I'm not getting a divorce. Nigga, you're going down. When you put a ring on you mine. I own you. You are mine.
So you agree with the man being head of household and the woman submitting to the man?
No, you got you taking it and twisting it. Give me something to follow. And just because I have to come to you and we're going to sit down and talk about financial gain and all that stuff, whoever makes the better choices and the better decisions, you may be the better cook. So in this marriage, you the chef, I'm the cleaner. You may be the better banker. In this marriage, you over the books in the finances, and I'm going to go run and pay every money order you tell me to pay. It's however it balances out. It ain't you higher than me and I'm lower than you. It's not like that. And my grandfather didn't do my grandmother like that. It's a lot of stuff that my grandfather, he just went and made the money and gave my granny the money.
That's all I'm saying. And I think that the term, just because we hear the word obey, we're instantly put into that weird mental space of negativity. It's not that. It's not really that. I feel what you just said is what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance. It's supposed to be an equal balance.
Okay, we got Drunk in the building. What's up, Drunk? Drunk, I got a question for Nay. He says, okay, so what Nay just said, I want to know, what scenario would Nay get a divorce? What would make you get a divorce, I guess, is what he's asking.
What would make me get a divorce? If technically, if you are violent, I'm not saying stay in a marriage. If he's violent, if she's violent, if y'all can't come to no submissive end and it's toxic, get out. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, because we are born into sin, you're going to die into sin. It's human nature. Marriage, you fight for it. You fight for your marriage. Your marriage is like the ultimate thing between you, Christ, and the mate that you chose. So sometimes your hard times come before your good times. Sometimes sickness come before the health. You got to be ready when you choose your partner. You have to be.
I feel like we're getting away from the main.
Well, I want to ask Drunk. Drunk, how would you feel if you were taking vows, giving vows before a preacher at your wedding, and the person that you're going to marry, your wife, and they get to that part and she says that she doesn't want to include that part in the vows of obey my husband. How would you feel about that? If she said, I don't like that, I want to change it, I'm not going to agree to that. How would you feel as a man? I want a man's perspective. Would you look at her differently?
You shouldn't. Now, in that instance, that scenario you just painted,
I'm saying, would you run?
Look, we're standing up there. I think that should have been something discussed maybe in pre-counseling, marriage counseling, or something like that. We shouldn't wait till right before standing in front of everybody.
No, they did discuss it. They did. The preacher said, I didn't talk to you about this obey part 20 times, and we're still stumbling over the same thing.
Well, you shouldn't have read it. You get what I'm saying? There should have already been some kind of understanding on verbiage of how you should represent us during our wedding if this is something we've talked about. So I think timing was incorrect, period. Especially if they've talked about it and she's expressed how she felt.
How do you feel about the part where she sort of got silent when he says for richer or poor?
Now
and
that
she stumbled on that part.
Now that
so they should have told the brother
topic right here. Yeah. We should be talking about.
Now they should have told the brother, you know,
you are you are shallow and very, very what is it? Materialistic.
You know what?
I'm not a man.
I might be on the other side though, because I might be on the other side because I'm like this. Hey, we all know what we want when we get married. You know what I'm saying? We know what we want. I know you're gonna fall on hard times sometimes, but you better get your ass up because there's too many of these men out here that they fall on hard times and they stay on hard times. They good when you get married to them, and then a month or 2 months in, then they ain't got no damn job and got child support and everything else to pay, and you sitting there with the bill.
I can understand that, but wait a minute. We're talking about in the middle of the marriage ceremony. There's a problem. I'm thinking. So
and no, I'm saying I'm okay.
That person.
I'm saying that I can understand why she paused.
Why?
Because she has expectations.
Again, this is something we done already had this talk, right, guys? Mm-hmm. Nay. I'm sorry. Please, audience, forgive me for getting loud and emotional about this. But this is something that we've already discussed prior to getting to the daggums walking down the aisle in front of God. We had already talked about this. If you are a self-centered, shallow person to be worried about at this very moment, financial status, whether or not for richer, if I fall on poorer times, now we got problems. Now you want to bring that up as a problem?
Maybe she didn't know before. Maybe she didn't know that was part of the vows.
That when he get broke, she got to stay with him?
Yeah.
Drunk. Tatiana, anybody
Wait a
watch?
minute. Drug says, I'm not a man where you got to do anything I say, but you reneging on basic wedding vows, I'm marrying the wrong person. But the obey part, drunk, is what I want to know. The obey part. If she didn't agree with that obey part, how would it make you feel about that?
I'm on the poorer part.
He also says, if you can't do basic marriage vows, I can only imagine the response if I ask you what's for dinner in 4 years.
The poorer part. I'm on poorer.
But I'm still on the obey.
You can't
part.
expect, you can't be with me because I done fell on a hard time. I lost my job. Father God, beat that nigga. You know, we done got along.
Baby, knock on that wood. Knock on that wood.
I beat on it with my other arm for good. Let me tell you, we just, times got rough. You gonna look at me crazy?
Like I said, it's
No,
okay.
baby, wait a minute. We supposed to get married next year. If I fall on hard times and can't equally balance you out and pull my weight, you gonna look at me crazy?
Nah, I ain't gonna look at you crazy, but you better hurry up and get up. Shit.
Hey!
Don't fall and stay down. You better get up. Get on up.
We got goals. We got to stick to the
You
goals.
Stay down. You better get on up. Yeah.
Hey!
I heard it.
What you got to say about it?
That's no,
And your man, no, I ain't talking about your friend, even though you can talk about him. But I'm talking about your man falling down on hard times. Y'all done got married. You gonna look at him stupid? Oh, you better hurry up and get on up. You better hurry up. That's unattractive.
and he ain't gonna have to help him get on up because I'm gonna help his ass get up. Get up, nigga. Get up. Get up. We got things we got to do. Get
I
up.
understand supporting your person and giving them that nudge. Hey, we ain't gonna stay down. You know what I'm saying? I'm your person. But are you gonna look at me crazy?
I'm not gonna look at you crazy, but if you get too comfortable, then that's when the crazy come.
You gonna treat me bad?
Oh,
She gonna lie. Yeah, she gonna treat you bad. She gonna treat you bad.
She gonna treat me like a straight man.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. I ain't gonna do that, but I ain't gonna want to look at you. You're gonna become unattractive if you don't want to do nothing for yourself.
I got
If
that.
you want to stay down and not do nothing for yourself, then no. I'm sorry, you become unattractive to me.
Because at that point you're divorcing yourself. When you give up on yourself, then you giving up on us already.
That's true. And I'm just the type of person that I've always loved a woman who has goals. You know what I'm saying? You got to have goals. You got to want to get up. You got to want to do something. You think I'm going to sit back and let you chill at the house and while I go out and break my back? Let me see what Drunk got to say over here. Drunk, honestly, if you questioning the marriage vows in the middle of the wedding, you didn't respect me at all because we know that stuff don't matter for real. Drunk, I can't agree with you there. Shoot, because for better or worse, I'm taking that serious. For better or for worse, I'm sick. I got arthritis in my back. Got a hunched neck, and everything else. You better still be with me. One leg gone, 4 toes gone. You still better be here. You ain't going nowhere. It's for better or for worse. This is why I gotta stay single. If I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna be broke in peace. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So how would you feel if I fell on hard times? We were married and I fell on hard times, and
Now I think that this is a man versus woman type of situation. Male thinking, dominant people thinking versus female, softer, more compassionate way of thinking. I just tend to believe women are more tolerant and more understanding and will give more time and grace for you to get yourself up and get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Will allow you to go through the motions, maybe having a midlife crisis or whatever the hell is wrong with your ugly ass. But you know what I'm saying? We will be encouraging, but we're not going to leave you.
Would you
You're
be
not going to
okay?
be unattractive to an extent.
What?
I said to an extent.
I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie.
I said to an extent.
Shit, I got too many women friends, boy. First, they be talking about how much they love their man, this and that girl, and this and that. Once they lose his job, oh man, girl, he ain't getting nothing from me. He can't touch me. That's the first thing that's going. You can't touch me.
Oh, you can't get nothing.
You can't get none, baby. No.
Because you
Girl, I can't even stand to look at his ass. She ain't cooking.
You done lost your
Yeah,
job,
damn right.
man.
She ain't cooking. She ain't doing none of that.
I'm gonna say this because I've been shaking my head, Tanya. I agree with you when I was in my early 20s, but now I'm middle-aged and I'm in my 40s. All the aspiration in the world gonna be gone out the goddamn door, pimp. I holler at you, pimp. In my 20s, I can see it. I see the dream. I see it in you. And I'm going to support you. And I'm going to hold my man down to the sky. I got you, baby. I got you. But goddamn, I'm middle-aged. I'm broke down. I'm tired. I got arthritis in my left and right eye. I got glaucoma. I need some gummies.
Wait a minute. Wait,
You
girl.
can't give me none
No,
of these.
nay, I ain't never in my damn life heard of arthritis in your damn eye.
I'm just saying it get me sometimes, and you can't help me go. No, but I gotta let you go, pimp. No.
So, Tanya, what about you? So, if I fell on hard times and I didn't have a job for a year, you gonna let me sit at the house
A whole year, you say?
a whole year?
What are you doing when you're at the house?
No, it don't matter what she doing. She on hard time.
Hard time.
She's sitting at home eating peanut butter crackers and popcorn, and you out busting your ass, and you working 12, 13-hour days to get y'all through this year.
No. You can't be sitting at the house. You know how they say fat people can't be seen out in public eating ice cream and pies and shit? You know what I'm saying? That's just like a thing. You can't be sitting at the house eating bonbons and crackers and shit, drinking and all that kind of carrying on. I'm getting up every day at 4:00 in the morning going to bust my old dusty ass. You're going to have to be doing something productive with yourself if I'm going to give you the time to come and get yourself about the dirt.
I'm saying, how long will you deal with it?
Well, I don't know. Because, like where I am right now, if we're going to talk about where we are now, Nate, you said middle age, we all in our 40s and stuff, right? Yeah, right now, I'll give you probably a little less time than like Nate said when I was younger. But I'm going to give you some time to get yourself together.
That is so crazy because I'm the complete opposite. Back in my 20s, I would have not given any time at all, period, point blank, because I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to build some stuff. I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get somebody to build something with. Now, in my older age, I have more patience and I understand. But back then, hell no, you can't even holler at me. You can't even look this way, player. Drunk said, no lie though. This woman I got a little thing with just lost her job. She was so fine before, but now, man, I'm seeing too many flaws. Okay, drunk.
Why is it when you lose your job, your status? Which brings me to a topic.
Go ahead. But let me just say, drunk telling the truth about that, boy. And that's what I was telling y'all about women. Men, you start looking ugly to a woman when you ain't working.
That's sad, y'all.
Now I'm gonna say men got a little bit better because all they got to do is make up for it in a bedroom. They make up for it in the bedroom. She'll forget all about that.
That's
baby.
superficial.
She'll go out and look for a job for you.
Ow, that's so sad.
and do your application and resume too.
No, they won't.
Oh yes, y'all will.
Just because you putting down.
I'm just telling the truth. Yeah,
that's 5 minutes of bullshit.
Girl, please.
Shut up. Come on.
They put it down.
What that
man.
finna do?
They put it down, man. Y'all gonna take care of everything. You ain't worried about they ain't got no job. Long as they at home to give me some when I want it.
I don't know what we're talking about. You ain't talking about this hoe right here, because that ain't me, pimp.
No, that ain't gonna get it.
Okay, Tanya, what you said? We brought you to another topic.
Which brings me to another thing, like you said, I'm seeing too many flaws now. You lost your job, you stopped looking as colorful as you were and decorated as you were when you had all your ducks in a row and you were fine and fabulous and all well put together and well rounded. Why is it that we have to keep these appearances up for us to be looked at and approved of? For instance, y'all, I know y'all might be tired of hearing about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, but that is one thing that I just read about him. Me and Jay was talking about. He had posted this picture of himself with a true dad bod, like totally ugly.
I mean, belly hanging and everything.
Totally nasty. Jay says that's why Jada really was cheating on his
ass. That's why she was cheating. brother ain't working with nothing. So, hey.
But I said to myself, why? And she made it flipped it on the side of, celebrities having to keep up statuses and appearances for everyone to still keep buying their music or going to see their movies.
Yeah, they can't be themselves.
You can't. You got to hide. But I brought it to relationships. We in relationships why is it we have to keep up a certain appearance like when we first met each other in order for the interest to stay there? Why is that? You shouldn't start now looking a type of way because you gained 5 pounds, lost your job, took your wig off or whatever. You should still be that same beautiful and solid person I fell in love with before. It shouldn't change just because now
I'm sorry, people fall in love.
you let
with the first
yourself
person.
down.
People fall in love with the first person that they met. When they see you, that first how you show up, that first
Impression.
that first impression is everything. So they expect to see you like that all the time.
Come on.
That's why you got all these women waking up at 3:00 in the morning putting on makeup, baby. So when their husband turn over and wake up in the morning, they click their light on, they see them the same way. Ain't never seen them without makeup on.
Tattooing eyelashes and makeup and all that other kind of stuff on. That's drastic and extreme.
But I have to say that ain't real love, though.
Exactly.
That ain't real love.
I'm with that. I'm with you on that.
I don't think you finna see all my nasty. I ain't lying. I'm gonna show it to you early, so I know if you're gonna stay or not. I don't want to get my feelings caught up, and then you want to bounce just because I'm crusty around my ankles.
I don't think that should be something.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Find out later. You know, I had a friend, though. I told you about that. She met my friend. They were going out. My friend was in love with the girl, talking about how much, man, she bad, man. She a stripper, she this, she that. And found out when they went to bed together, the girl had a prosthetic leg and she pulled it off at night. She said she got up to go to the bathroom and she went around the bed and she saw the prosthetic leg standing up on the side of the bed. Yeah. And so after that, their relationship went flat, man. She stopped seeing the girl, but that's messed up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, that's different.
First, she was bad, boy. She was bad. You couldn't tell her nothing, boy.
That's different. We talk about whole body parts that came off. That's different.
How's that different?
I'm throwing the red flag for real. That's different. That's different. Wrong. I'm just. Maybe y'all gonna tell me I'm a hypocrite or something. I don't know, but that's a little different right there. You taking off a whole boobs and asses and stuff like that. I think there's a problem with that. Now,
hey, men be taking off stuff too now. Shit. Don't let it fool you. A lot of these men out here fake too, and be the first ones to talk about a woman wearing weave. And as far as you know, your man might be wearing weave. Anyway. If they don't fall in love with the rollers and the Noxzema, they not it. Oh my God.
And that's the truth.
Well, what I mean,
girl, you got me with that Noxzema, though, girl.
How many y'all
that Noxzema?
Girl. No, I got one for you. You remember Sea Breeze?
Shut up, girl.
Y'all remember that?
You know that.
Ooh, boy.
And like a little old school cleansers.
Okay. So, Tanya, is there anything that I don't know about you? You better tell me before next year.
So, Nay, I love your orange shirt.
Right on.
It's such a fall color.
Right.
Okay, we'll get off of that then. So, Nay, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like, is there anything special that you do to keep your relationship spicy and good or whatever that you feel like you have to do to, you know?
What y'all see on this screen is what y'all get. I ain't got no eyelashes. I ain't got no weave. I ain't got no bustier balls.
Don't tell your story because I know you're finna tell your story now. Don't tell your story because she always claimed that I see her different.
Let me not have eyelashes. I'm treated like a whole dude. Let me not have some lipstick. I'm treated. Let me wear a t-shirt and a pair of jeans that are sagging or not fitting or showing some titties or something, a curve or two. I'm treated like a whole dude. This one right here.
That's all in her head, Nate.
No. She look at me different. We're in the car driving together. She got that gangster lean over here onto this side. Not close. She over there next to the window with one hand driving like this. None of that. Hey, baby, leaned all next to me, rubbing on me and sweetening and opening the doors. And, oh, baby, I'm so in love with you. I got a beautiful woman. Oh, I'm so lucky shit. None of that. Nope. Conversation is still.
Don't tell your list. Go tell your list.
So the fingernails. It started with the eyelashes. Then it was the lipstick. Then it was the t-shirt. Then it was the fingernails because my hands look like a man mechanic hands if I ain't got no nails on. See what I'm saying? She got a whole laundry list.
You gotta tell me about the color. You said that too.
Which one?
That if you you can't stay out in the sun too long.
Oh, then my skin tone, girl. I can't get dark. I got to stay bright yellow. I got to stay yellow high something. I can't get dark. Please, Jesus, don't let it ever happen to where my skin tone changes, Lord Jesus.
All those exaggerations.
And ain't no lie.
And
She said it out her mouth. I don't do darkies.
All of this is in her head. I don't need nobody dark as me. I didn't say that. I love black. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I just like you the way you are.
Do you respect somebody that lets you know what they like? Or do you take offense to it like, what? Like, we've been together too damn long for you to be trying to drop all these bombs out the box now.
Look, I go to work and make sure I make that extra money for your beauty support. So that's the least you
Oh
can
my
do.
God.
Dave, do you have any expectations of your man that you've got to see or want,
I'm the type of person that as long as you're a well-kept brother, I'm okay. Now, if you run around here and I can see your ass and your t-shirt look like it's 12 years old and you ain't groomed, because you can't. One thing you can't do with me, I don't expect a lot, and I put this on everything I love. I don't. But if your breath funk in the motherfucker, please don't talk to me.
Oh my
Please don't talk to me. If you got halitosis under your tongue, please do not talk to me.
I don't know what your expectations
There's
are.
a difference between halitosis and just morning breath, though. Y'all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a difference.
Exactly.
It is a difference.
You just got
When
that
you- when
funky
you
breath.
brush,
You know,
okay.
that just
Yeah, it is a difference.
When you brush and use that scope and it still ain't went nowhere. No. Your
That-
breath
Halitosis.
still smelling like tuna fish now.
Yeah.
Oh, baby diaper shit and stuff like that. No, there's a difference in that right there. That right there, we got to go see the doctor about.
So what are your expectations?
As far as specific,
What you expect of me?
from you,
Yeah.
since I gave your laundry list, let's see. So I don't really have any.
Okay.
I mean, I really, you know why?
I was getting happy. I about to say, hell, I'm doing my job.
No, I just like for you to smell good. That's just something that, I expect you to always smell good. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just because you always do, but I just have grown to just expect that. Like, and if you're not smelling, I'm looking at you like, what's wrong? Like, are we having a bad day?
Boy.
What's the problem?
So I gotta work alone every day.
Why are you not smelling good?
Boy, ain't that something. What else?
I don't know. You have so many different sides. I think I just fluctuate and go with the flow. So it's not really an expectation other than that. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the holding each other down part and not looking attractive anymore. Because if she ever wasn't the person that I can rely on and wasn't that solid person, you know what I'm saying? I always tell her how grateful I am that I can feel comfortable and feel relaxed and secure. You know what I'm saying? I know that if we're in public and there's a dangerous situation, I never worry about being in harm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that she's got me like that, or, because I can't fight at all. But anyway, I don't fear. And financially, I know that where I lack, where I get too swipey, you know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, puts us back into perspective of, hey, bitch, we ain't, slow that down, or just whatever. You don't drop the ball, I guess. So I can't say too much, but you have an extreme because you're a Virgo and I can't stand
It's Virgo season, baby.
some of those, but overall.
Drunk says I get turned off in a relationship when a woman be like, so you're not getting your haircut this week? Like, what the fuck?
She likes a clean cut man. Like,
you clean cut.
he likes it. It's attractive to her.
Sometimes a man want to be relaxed, though. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
See, that's the problem.
no.
Don't expect for him to get a cut every week.
It's not an expectation of hers. I'm telling you from a woman's perspective, it's not that she expects you to be that way. She don't. It's just that's what turns her on. So if you must have went more than 1 week drunk. You understand what I'm saying? You must have just been chilling in Woolly Man.
Drunk was drunk.
Wolverine.
He was drunk.
So
he missed a week.
Or 2. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman ain't finna just point that out. We're not that shallow. There are some, but we're not that bad where we just point you out like that over 1 week's expectation. Come on. You had to have been Wolverine for at least 2 weeks.
Drunk, tell me about her hair. Tell me about her hair.
Don't talk about it, Drunk.
Tell me about her hair.
Tread lightly because you know she watching.
Tell me
I
about
know
it,
she
Drunk.
is somewhere.
Because you might need to tell her to do something with hers.
Shut up.
What?
Whatever. Now you ain't said shit. You just over there mums the word. What the hell? You over there bobbing and weaving and shit. No, you got something to say.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. We're gonna get off the side because we run out of time and they won't have a chance to talk because I can go on and on. So Nate, what's on your mind tonight?
I just like to say happy belated birthday to my best friend on this screen. And then I have another friend out in Missouri. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Amber Bates. Virgo season, as my best friend.
Stand up, bitches! Stand up!
Happy birthday, Amber!
Because I wouldn't have said that. If I wouldn't have said that, I would have never lived that down with both of the women. I just want both of them. If I wouldn't have said that, oh, bitch, we on screen and you can't tell me happy birthday. So I got that part of the way.
I can't.
And I want to thank my baby for showing me a good time. I needed that peace and relaxation, boy. Ooh,
That's what I want to talk about. Where did y'all go? It looked so peaceful.
It's our secret little spot. I can't
Oh,
tell
now the bitch won't tell me a secret. It's a
It's a
secret.
spot.
I've been waiting to get y'all on this camera so I can say where y'all go. Where y'all go without me, I should say. Y'all didn't understand.
You can't never go nowhere because you know why? You submitted to your man. Since you submitted to your man, see, you submitted, you obey. So you took that vow. You took that vow that you would obey and submit.
I'm submitted to my job that pays the bills.
Ain't that a bill?
I'm submitted to the job that pays these bills.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, but how you gonna submit to your job but won't submit to your man? Am I starting?
Submitting to that job is submitting to that job is submitting to that man, because one of us got to go hit the clock like hoes out on these streets to get these bills paid for that we asked for, these bills that we done accumulated in this house. So one of us got to get out here and trick and turn a corner or two.
That bitch said I submitted to my
job, bitch.
To my job.
To my man. I know that's right, girl.
Baby, during our vows, I'm gonna ask you to obey me, okay? Okay.
Tanya, as soon as she do, you take your bouquet of flowers and shove it down her throat and then give it to me, and I'm going to open the top of her head and shove it down her head until it come out of her ass.
You ain't going to obey? You ain't going to take that vow?
Because coming from her, it's going to mean something completely different.
It's going to be different.
Hell no.
Now, I got a question, though, y'all. I have a question now. How do y'all feel about when women tells a man, and Drunk, you're here. So I want to know, how do you feel? Does it make you poke your chest out or make you feel good when a woman strokes your ego and she tells you you're a king? How does that make you feel? And like, what is your perspective about telling a man that he's a king? Would you tell a man that he's a king?
I have told a man he's the king. I have told a man he's the king. I have told a man he's my king. And he's not another woman's king, because what's for me is for me. My blessings is for me. So you are my strong, Black, Italian king. And I will treat you as such as long as you remember that I'm that bitch that's the queen.
All right. Because I think a lot of times I don't like it. I'm just going to put it straight out there. I don't like it when because I feel like people, or men in general, they take it and they run with it. You know what I'm saying? They start treating you like shit and thinking that you should look up to them and that you're less than. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't mean that you're less than, Judy. It doesn't. Sometimes
I said they feel that way once you start calling him a king and start giving them that label, start giving them that status that it makes them feel like you're gonna bow down to me because I'm your king. You know, you should fall in line and do what the fuck I tell you to do. That's the way I feel.
I feel like that.
And a lot of times when they go out into the public, they get it twisted too, that everybody should bow down to me because I'm a king. I feel like a lot of times when we're raising our young kids, our young men, and we tell them that you're a king, they feel like it's some type of entitlement, like they should go out and everybody should treat me like a king.
I feel on the raising our young children, our young men, that a lot of times we're trying as mothers to make sure that our young sons feel strong, to have them searching to know that strength that they need to carry as a man.
Yeah, because
That is,
society.
yes, that is able to deal with society, right? That is able to be accepted with his woman. You get what I'm saying? To know, to protect her, to provide for his family, to be strong, to find that inner strength.
That's not what they're taking as king, though. They're taking as king as you do for me.
But
fuck everybody else.
There must be some line that we as mothers cross when we're trying to instill that strength by letting them know they're a strong king. Because now that brings me back to culture. It brings me back to African culture. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's something that's derived from an African tribe. You get what I'm saying? The king is dominant over his people. He's the provider. He's the protector. He's the one. You know what I'm saying? The one to get the respect and all of that. But he lives in that role.
But that's in that culture.
He's fair.
That's in that culture. I'm talking about over here in America. Over here in America, giving that title to these young men who don't know what to do with it. To me, they take it, they run with it, they take advantage of people. They think that you should bow down to them because my mama told me I'm a king and I should put up with this and put up with that. And you ain't finna talk to me this way and talk to me that way. And then these women who telling their men that you a king and all of that. I want to know, well, how does a man feel about it? Does it make you look different at that woman?
I don't think that it should make you look, okay, I feel I'm conflicted. Because if I'm looking on from Tanya's perspective,
Drunk,
I don't
you're
know.
the man in the comments. Come on now.
Or any other guy, like
or any guy who is tuning in right now.
How do you feel when a woman tells you
that you're a king?
I swear, I think that there's just something lost. Something is lost in translation. I really do, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with trying to teach someone to have power, to know their inner strength, right? No, what I just explained to you as far as youngsters growing up, right? But then there's something lost to where it's an ego trip, and now they think, oh, you can't talk to me because I'm holier than thou. You see what I'm saying? There's something that's broken in there because it started off with good intention, right?
Okay.
But so then something went sideways to the left to make you think that now that you're holier than that, everybody should submit to you.
I guess I have to ask Cynthia then, because I don't know if you ever told a man he was a king.
Nope.
Cynthia, you said you have told a man that he was your king. He's the king.
Yeah.
What did you mean? What did you mean when you said it?
It's the same thing Tanya told you as being as far as her stability. She knows that she's safe and confident and strong and will ill with you. She, regardless to what it is, what's going on, you're gonna make sure she's good. You're gonna go out there on that front line and do whatever needs to be done to make sure she's protected. You're her warrior. You're her king. You are the one that she's looking for when she's weak. You are the one she's looking for when she can't eat or think straight.
I got you, but I don't like that. I don't like.
That's the definition. I believe in just the same way a woman wants to be loved and be thanked and show gratitude for being who she is. I believe that you should show a man, like, everything that you do, everything that you go out there and fight for us, not just you. I'm not talking about these young boys or these middle-aged men that think they 60-year-old rappers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the man that no matter what, he gonna grind and make sure that home is taken care of. You have to be that man's solid foundation, because the world beats these people up every time they go out the door. So when I come home, I can let my shield down, I can let my guard down, and I can be as weak or as vulnerable as I need to be with my mate, and she's gonna protect me. So you're my king, whether I agree with you or not. You're going to always be my king.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of women are giving these king titles to men who don't even deserve the title or deserve to be called a king. It's anybody who comes into their life. It irritates me, period, because I feel like a king is a ruler. A king is in power. I wouldn't call a man a king, my king, because you're not the rule over me. You understand? So I just see it like that.
Would you call me your queen?
Yeah.
What does me being your queen mean?
Queen is different. Queen is not in power. Queen is not the ruler. Queen is somebody who I honor, who's somebody that I will give everything to.
Queen Elizabeth
and take care of you. Well, I'm not talking about Queen Elizabeth. I'm talking about Queen of America. I'm talking about Tanya.
I'm just saying. So
I'm gonna go on to Drunk's comment. Drunk said, "I see the Drunk said, I seen a woman calling her man king, and they was staying with her mama. Okay, but
That part.
Mm-mm.
You don't deserve that title, of course.
Of course, but they give it to the ones who ain't doing shit. Everybody, you a king. You a king. You ain't doing shit. I never really been into that king stuff. I rather have love than feel like I'm in power. But that's just me. That's me too, Drunk.
So it's just a term that turns you guys off, right? Is that what it is?
It's not.
For
it's
some
not,
men, it's
no,
the actual word.
It's not just a
king.
term. It's not just a term. It's how these women treat these men who they call king.
For
they
you.
actually treat them like they're a king. They're submissive to these men who are not doing anything for them.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? They still getting up in the morning, going to work while that king is still laying in the house. You see what I'm saying? Why is he the king? Bitch, you should be the king, not him. Let him call you king.
So for you, it's the term that's
It's just
not,
the term loosely given. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
It's used loosely. You know what I'm saying? You give it to anybody.
It's not deserved.
It's
of
not
some.
deserved.
So that's
Exactly.
what really bothers you,
It
not the actual
irritates
word.
me. The word irritates me too.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get an understanding of.
Both
because
irritate me.
in a way, I told you, like Nate said, to me expressing to you who you are to me and what I'm grateful for. I didn't use the word king, King, but that's what it was.
I don't want to be called a king ever in my life. That's disgusting to me. It's just
Okay.
disgusting.
So
I'm
it's a
sorry.
derogatory word for you.
For me, it is because I'm not your ruler. I'm not controlling over you. I want us to be equals. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not your king. I don't need you to boost my ego like that. That's not even an ego booster for me at all. Period. You know what I'm saying? Some women, they think, oh, this is what I'm going to tell him this to make him feel good. You're my king.
What about when
no.
you heard that song
Even-
by Avant and he says, I'm your king, you be my queen? Did that even bother you when he
Well,
used that in that term?
well, since
you know that song, y'all.
Wait a minute, since you use Avant, see,
Y'all.
yeah, I like that.
In music.
I like that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know. I think it's just used. I truly believe for you, it's just undeserving of some people is what bothers you, and the submission that comes from the women that are giving it to the people who don't deserve it.
Yeah.
That's what bothers you.
You're giving it to a man who's not going to punch the clock. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
That's a whole nother subject, boy.
That right there is different. I don't know. I've never used the term. I've never said it that.
Don't ever use it because I don't want to hear it.
I just would never tell you that. Just
have I ever called you my queen?
Yes.
Okay.
Loosely.
Okay.
And I think maybe by accident.
Really?
But you did. I'm just playing. No, but you told me something like that, But
I think I would probably tell you that you're my everything instead of saying my queen. Or I don't know. I don't have a problem with telling you that you're my queen.
That's
I don't.
funny.
But don't tell me I'm your king. I don't want to hear that shit.
That's crazy, Nate. I want to hear what Gray feels about that. Your significant other, how you feel about you?
Nah, we ain't getting that motherfucker on this camera. Nope. Sorry.
I'm done with you. I'm so done with you.
Because at this point right now, I'm the queen and the king.
Oh,
Lord.
well,
I'm just
damn.
banging my head down.
I'm just finna. Girl, you see my red hat today. It's just y'all check the bow out on it. I don't know what to say. Now you dumb. You
Okay.
dumb. Queen.
That's
hits.
it. That's it, Drunk. Queen hits a lot softer and more beautiful than King does. Exactly. I'm glad I got somebody to help me out here and back me up. And it's a male. You know what I'm saying? And I like to know how all the men, a lot more men, I want to know how they feel about a woman calling them king. I think they feel funny about it too.
I can understand what you're saying though. I can understand what you're saying because
I know this is so crazy. But if I went with you and I was out in the dating scene and a woman called me king, I'll feel like she was thirsty. You trying too hard. You trying too hard. I would. That'd be a complete turnoff for me.
But if you used all the other colorful, beautiful words, you're my everything. You're my provider, my protector. All those things.
Well, you know the type of person I am. I don't like for people to brag on me, period. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker, you brag on yourself enough.
I don't brag on myself at all, man.
She's a Virgo.
Just show me through actions.
That says
Show
it
me through
enough.
your actions. I don't need all that talk. you know, for the longest time, I've never really been a compassionate person, and to just lay it all out like that, I've never worked like that. I don't need it. I'll give it. I'm a good giver, but receiver
is different.
Y'all, I want to have a show or a topic, and I want to know how y'all feel about it, where we talk about love languages. If we know if we know what our individual love language is, right? And then our spouses or partners or whatever. I want to have a show about that, because I think that does speak to compatibility, relationships, togetherness, working out, falling apart. You get what I'm saying? Like friendships even, but love language. I want to have a show about that if y'all are willing.
I would love to have a show about that. Yeah,
Most
I think you would help somebody. Now, Drunk says, I got homies who just refer to everybody as King. Like, yo, what's up, King? I don't even like that. Laugh out loud.
Shut up,
either.
Drunk.
You know,
daggone well, that's probably a
man.
coastal thing.
And
like,
but
you know,
yeah, but that's crazy
like,
too. It's funny how you hear a lot of niggas out here calling each other terms of endearment. You know what I'm saying? But then go home and call a woman a B. You know what I'm saying? But you out here saluting your homie. What's up with that? What's up with that? I hear it a lot of times. That's the same thing along the lines of we talked about before. A dude will open up a door and hold that door open for 5 whole minutes till the next nigga come up and get to the door to come in, but won't hold it open for a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand that. So yeah, Drunk, that's disgusting to me too.
I don't even know nothing about that, because everybody, what's up, B?
Well, and that's different. Women, that's different because women are women. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we're softer. You know what I'm saying? So we might say, "Hey, Queen, what's up, Queen?" But I don't expect to see the next dude going to me, "What's up, King?" You know what I'm saying? Like you calling that nigga your queen. I mean, King. No, it hit different when it comes from a woman.
Like weird topics we've had. Not weird, but they're just interesting topics that we've had about dominancy, submissiveness, you know, who's the lead in the tower or the head, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy.
At the end of the day, I don't think it should be a lead. I think you two should lead together, come together, unite as one, and lead together. And it's one thing, and I know we out of time, but one thing that Nay said on one show, she said that when a man brings something home, the woman's job is to multiply it. I even disagree with that. I disagree with that. Bring it home, multiply it. Why is it my job once you hand it over to me? Okay, I went and got this here. Now you do something with it. Plant this and multiply it. Damn.
A woman has more to, a woman can endure more. A woman can sit down and think, okay, he just gave me.
Does that mean I want to take that? Does it mean
but the principle
I'm built to take more? I want to take it? No.
But the principle of it is, though, we are suited for each other in that way. You may be strong in one area that Tanya's not, and she may be strong in one area that you're not. So therefore, you take the two and combine it, and she's going to multiply what you give her. Good example. You have a bigger brain function for business savvy. We're soft and sensitive and powder puff or whatever you want to call it, as far as, you know, t-shirts and cups and all that. But when it comes
away without making a profit, yeah, go ahead.
So with that being said, quite naturally, Tanya's going to say, here, Judy, figure out how to make this multiply, because we got to get to point B by this time. So yeah, he's going to come home and say, babe, this is what I came up with. What can we do with this? And to me, that's the boat I've been in for the last 2.5 years. That's the boat I've been in.
Good example, Nay, but still don't expect it all the time.
No, you don't expect it all the time, but sometimes that's the boat.
Don't let that be the cardinal rule that if I bring it home, then you need to multiply.
You need to multiply.
Well, you're really high on expectation. You know that?
That's a Virgo.
I think that, you know,
if
something sniffs of something that is that's to be expected of you, you're like automatically frowning on it. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
And is that what? Well,
because I'm a radical. I live free. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nobody put no time limit on me. I don't like nobody put no expectations on me.
But Judy, you have to live by expectations, don't you? You have expectations.
No, I don't.
Judy, you do have some damn expectations of
I
people.
have expectations, but I ain't got to live by nobody else's expectations.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it that way because I believe that what I bring, if I'm coming at you as somebody to be with or whatever, I'm coming 100. Now I'm coming 3,000. Excuse me, I'm coming 3,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I got you financially. I'm gonna make sure I got you. We never talked about this. In all departments that a woman need, I'm gonna make sure that I got it fulfilled. So you ain't got to question. You ain't got to wonder about nothing. Where this is coming from, I got you. And just to answer the question earlier, if she didn't work or whatever, of course I got it. I let her stay home for 5 years and I had it because I wanted her to raise our kids. So I had it. I worked, took care of her, and she didn't have to do nothing but stay at home and look pretty.
With her eyelashes and her lipstick
that's
on.
it. And take her to badass kids. You know what I'm saying?
Cook and make sure she had the meal, the clothes, wash, house clean. That's to be expected, though. That's why I was saying, what are you doing when you're at the house? You know what I mean? That's really women. Would you have that same disgusted look if your man was making sure dinner was done, cook for you every day? Your clothes ironed and ready to go. The house was picked up and good. The kids' homework bathed.
You're gonna hate me on that one. You're gonna hate me on that one because I was still.
Would you look at him as disgusting at this point?
When I was dating men, I would still look at them as disgusting if they couldn't provide. I'm sorry.
You had to have a job.
You have to have a job. You have to be able to treat me like a queen. As I had high expectations when I dated men, very high expectations. I did. And every man that I dated, they met those expectations. I didn't have to say shit.
Expectations.
Yeah.
It's another show.
But anyway, y'all, anything else y'all want to say about this topic?
Child. I'm so done.
You done?
Yeah.
So do y'all agree at the end of the day with the way that woman acted? By not agreeing to say those vows about I will obey my husband?
I think she was wrong for fronting him out and having a whole situation right then and there while we're getting ready to get married. That was a problem. She should, she said that they talked about it before. Pastor shouldn't have brought that up. He should have rewrote that to come off a whole different way because they had discussed it. Clearly, she was willing to walk down the aisle and marry and commit to this man, but the terminology bothered her.
She interrupted a whole wedding. Forget that. I wouldn't marry her ass.
I think I'd have a bigger problem because
like Drunk said, we know that shit don't really matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? Once we leave here, we ain't gonna even think about that. Now, the most important vows, I said, some of them we will, to death do us part. So know that, to death do us part. Here,
I'm calling help.
To death do us part. We right here. We're right here to death do us part. Understand?
She don't know.
So anyway, y'all, but I enjoyed the conversation. Y'all, I didn't even put up my star banner. You know, if you want to send stars to Straight Talk No BS, y'all can send stars. And y'all go out and tell some of y'all friends about us, y'all. Okay, tell them to come watch Straight Talk on a Wednesday, because we're gonna switch this to Wednesday now.
Hey,
football.
You was getting on my nerves. You was getting on my nerves.
You know, we got men that watch this show, so we have to respect these men. Football is coming on, okay? Football is here. Wednesday. My bad. We're gonna do Wednesdays. We gotta do Wednesdays because football is Monday, Sunday, and Thursday, baby. And I ain't gonna even show up on them days. Y'all got me messed up. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, I'm gone. I'm out this piece, man. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna tell you now, Wednesday we'll start coming on Wednesday at 8:00, 8:30, unless y'all want to do it earlier. Okay, y'all agree?
You might well say 7 o'clock because that's a school night for me.
Okay, baby, 7 o'clock,
6:30.
6:30. Any other 6:30. Anybody in the audience? What time would y'all like for us to come on Wednesday? Shit, we negotiating here. Come on. 6:30 going once.
Did we hear 5:30? 5:30? Anybody 5:30? Did we hear
6:30? It is. All right, y'all. So 6:30 on Wednesdays, y'all. Central Standard Time. Y'all come back in to check with Straight Talk No BS. We love all of y'all. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the comments. I definitely enjoyed the male perspective drunk, make sure you come back next week and see us Wednesday. All right.
Wednesday.
Tell your homies about us.
6:30.
Everybody, tell somebody about Straight Talking No BS. And y'all, if y'all have anything that y'all would like for us to talk about, make sure you write in to us, send us a message at Straight Talking No BS. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, wherever. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you would like for us to discuss. All right. Anything else?
think
And
that was
y'all,
really cool.
I forgot to tell y'all can send stars. Y'all know it's Virgo season now. Send some stars, y'all. I'm begging. Send some stars. Show some love,
Somebody
baby.
send a
Like,
damn
subscribe, share, do
star.
all of that, and send me a damn star. Okay? Make me feel special. I want to feel like I'm a star. All right, y'all. This been Straight Talk. No bullshit. We love all of y'all. Y'all have a good night. We see y'all Wednesday now. Wednesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time.
6:30.
6:30.
Well, the auctioneer, I thought she said 5:30. I thought we landed on 5:30.
6.
Do it again.
6:30. 6:30.
Wait, do it again. Do it. Go. 6:30, so. All right, y'all. 6:30 next week. Central Standard Time, Wednesday. We love all y'all. Y'all have a good night. Straight Talk, no BS. Keep it real.